Welcome in, guys, to another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I am your humble host today. Trentonator is doing the Lord's work, so he will be MIA. You guys like my little electrical box right there? Yeah, it's pretty slick. You know, I have to probably cover up just a little bit more. I got like this little edge slipper right here. I really need to get the rest of it covered up. Let's get a little music going. All right. So, guys, if you want to know what happened in the markets today, please smash that golden like button, but not down, but up, because that's what we need to boost the channel. And then we have the subscribe bell. Let's go right over here and smash that subscribe bell. Guys, oh, that was a good couple rings. Yeah. Please subscribe. Best way to support the channel. You'll find it in any of these local corners over there on Rumble and Kick. They just naturally boost our algorithm. So it's pretty slick, man. It's pretty slick. We appreciate everything that everybody does for us. We're here for you, not for us. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't have a brew. I have a cold brew is what I got in this box. I don't know if you can see it down there. I'll try to show you without spilling all over myself. We watched Cousins today. It was a Cousins day, so dude, I'm beat, man. It was like one of those days you just can't have any brewskis where you try to keep an eye on everybody, make sure nobody's hitting each other with baseball bats and swallowing things that they shouldn't be swallowing and chasing bugs and doing all the good stuff, man. So anyways, cheers, man. Welcome in. All right. What do we got going for us today in crypto fanny land? Nobody knows. We are going to add bubbles. Oh, nope. Charts. And then we're going to do bubbles. And then we're going to go to news. Is there anything even interesting in the news? I don't know. What's going on, Mr. Muff? Muff?
Not much, man. Can you hear me all right?
How are you, huh? What'd you say?
Say, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right.
I'm just jumping in the news. I was just talking about how we had Cousins Day today with my brother, and so we had like 5 kids at my house last couple hours. My sister-in-law's getting ready to have a baby, and so you know how it is. Like they keep going to the emergency room every other day. It looks like you're playing like RuneScape or something in the background.
No, not that.
No, it's better than RuneScape. I'm just scrolling the news. I actually don't see anything on Cointelegraph that really strikes me as crazy. There was something that Tom Lee said that I found kind of interesting, but I don't know if I will find that clip in time.
Was it the clip about the Ethereum?
I think he touched bases about the Ethereum, but then he also talked about the cycles, and he thinks that the 4-year cycle is rapidly changing due to ETFs and hedge funds getting involved, market makers, not holding crypto long term, so he doesn't expect the same fundamentals as we normally have. Circle Enterprise. I'll just go in the charts. I can find it later then. Cool, and if not, then no sweat, dude. Freaking IMB. What's up, Wild Thoughts? How you doing, man? He said, why would XRP be used globally since this is an unstable coin, meaning based on price, banks can lose money even though it takes seconds to transfer. Isn't stable coin always the best option for banks? Unstable. You know, it's a good question, my friend, but all I know is that XRP is the one that the banks want. I couldn't tell you without the top of my head without going into a deep how would you say this, like a deep hour-long path. That's not like a quick simple answer. I know that they process transactions very quickly. They have some type of burning mechanism. They're also very centralized, which a lot of people like, and it was designed to transfer money compared to stable coins is more like hold value, maybe. I'm trying to think. I do think the XRP, like you said, is volatile. I think the volatility will die out and probably just be anything but moon math. And how you feel about that, Mr. Muffhead?
You know, what I don't understand is how people are making calls for XRP at $1,000 plus this cycle. I don't get it. I don't see it. I mean, unless they did a massive burn rate, they'd have to have a, 75 quadrillion market cap or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could see like crazy moon math, like crazy, like peaking in the best cycle that we've ever had. You probably peak around $100. But I mean, that's huge. That's like I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but I think it's like a $10 trillion coin or a $5 trillion coin. Like, it could get there, but the likelihood of it getting there this cycle is very slim to none. That's another thing too that Wild Thoughts is that banks also like making money, and everybody knows XRP will be going up in value compared to stable coins won't. I don't see why banks would trust unstable coins. Imagine transferring $1 million and then the price drops 1%. That's like 10K. See, I don't think it will do that though in the future. I think as the future goes, it's not going to be dropping like that. Also, yeah, I'll make a video on this for you. I sold all my XRP. Don't see the future. Hey, it's cool, man. I think ISO 222s are going to be a thing. But I totally get where you're coming from, because last cycle I was all like talking about layer 2s. And I was like, dude, I don't get the point of layer 2s. Why buy a layer 2 when you could buy a better layer 1? You know, it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, people like Polygon's coming back. I'm like, it might be do okay. I don't think it's coming back though. So it will be a stable coin in the future. Well, XRP does have a stable coin. It's called Real USD, and I definitely, for sure, 100% think the bankers will be using Real USD. And guess what you need to buy Real USD with? XRP. Do you think they trust Tether? I don't think so. I don't think Tether's going anywhere. But if I was a banker, me personally, I would rather use Real USD over Tether, especially knowing it's fully regulated. I mean, wouldn't you want to use that? I don't even think Coinbase's USDC Circle coin has had much scrutiny and regulation as XRP. Plus, XRP, its liquidity, I do believe, is probably worth more than all the stable coins that Coinbase offers. And growing. And also with the development, and there's a burn mechanism in XRP. So XRP always burns a little bit on each transaction, keeps the scammers out. And I'm sure that has something to do too with node operations too. Like, I don't know if the Circle hold 100% of the nodes for their stablecoin. I honestly, I don't know that. But I know I was reading today, David Schwartz said that they hold like 40% of the supply, whatever it is, but it's not Ripple holds that. It's that 40% is staked on nodes and it's being unlocked or disputed per contractually. So it's not like they can just sell 50% of the supply. I was feeling pretty good though today, man. We called on the Discord that pump that we had pretty early on. Our current stocks are just NVIDIA, Seismiconductor, ETFs, VO, and VU. That's it, dude. I've never even heard of VO and VU, but I don't do a whole lot of stocks currently right now. I think I've heard of Seismiconductor, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, to be honest with you. I'm kind of surprised that you don't hold like Apple stock or Coinbase or what's the other one that just came out? Circle stock.
Circle has had the IPO.
Yeah, but you still could go buy it. I think they IPO'd at $30, right?
I don't remember what it got up to, but I think it was did like 300% over the initial offering.
Yeah, I remember CryptoFace was buying at $90. It says it launched right here at open at $78. So, and then it peaked at 300, just shy of 300. Now we're having a good reset. It's actually right to its first level support where I'd be interested in purchasing more, or purchasing any, to be honest with you. Yeah, they are VGT and VU. They are in the VGT and VU. What is VU and VGT? Do you know what VGT is, Muffed?
I do not.
I don't know that either. But what I do know is that we put a call out in the Discord saying that when we pumping, I said we had a anchor trigger wave on the 4 hour with the green dot, and the 6 hour we also had the anchor trigger wave, and then the 8 hour we also had the anchor trigger wave, and it's still playing out technically. We have a little bit of doji candle reversal action coming in, but the 12 hour is still showing momentum to the upside with the DBSI gaining control. It is kind of interesting seeing the 50 go through the 21, or the 21 go through the 50. Now that's technically a death cross. That's a lagging indicator, so that should have already played out. In theory, Rebop's going up, money flow's coming in, strength's coming in, Stokes are high, momentum wave. That's still looking good. We did get the green dot on the daily. That's 16 hour. We do have a green dot that closed on the daily, which we lost something the other day. What did we lose? I remember talking about it. I can't remember what it was though. Talk about so much stuff, it's sometimes hard to keep up. The dominance we have set to go down on the monthly. Dominance has been coming down the 12 hour. It's been coming down on the daily with the anchor trigger wave action. So more money should be coming into the altcoins. Good for freaking crypto.com, man. They've been pumping like nobody's business. Oh, Vanguard, duh. I knew that. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever seen a ticker for Vanguard, but I should have known what VGT is. What? Vanguard ETF. So what's VU then? VU. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I should know this one.
I think it's video. Something to do with video platform. Or I'm totally off base, but I think that's what it is.
I don't really know. But I do know is that on the daily we have a trigger wave for Ethereum, so I think Ethereum should be keep pumping. 12 hours still showing momentum too. 8 hours the open doors on ETH. 6 hours also screaming open doors on Ethereum. 4 hours still looking good. Well, that's not bad. Dude, you seen Troll? Did you ever take profits?
I did, and I super regretted it because it shot up like another 25%.
No way, dude. I know you were probably going to say that, but I think that was a good move. I think 100% is a good move because you can never time the top, and when you're up that much on any coin, you can literally put that into any coin that's not green candle straight up.
I took 50% out, and I put a little bit into big balls after the crash.
Did you take any out?
Of big balls? No.
Yeah.
No, I after the crash is when I threw it in, just in case that ends up back in the news, which is totally possible.
Yeah, it's totally feasible. I'm eyeballing Troll for when it comes back down to reality.
I think if it can get down to 13 cents, I'm gonna take some assets. I'm gonna put it back in.
I'm almost assured of. I think now where it's looking overbought. Like the 12 hour, we got the red dot. Money flow is still thick though.
I bet it goes up to $2 billion this year.
2 billion?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, dude. I've been saying this for the longest time. I actually thought we had a bag of it, but it's just we don't. But it's okay because I just think it's one of those meme coins. Like it's like the same Pepe style. Yeah, dude. I'll wait for a cool down for show on this. I have no idea where it's at, but it's so hot. I mean, you could say that's a fake out and keep going back up, but man, I want it to come back down and have a retest. It's bouncing off the 21 right now. The 21's also just starting to get rounded top, and this close right here is a little lower than the previous one. So you could say that was a double top, and the 1 hour is an anchor trigger wave to the downside, a tight trigger wave to the downside. 2 hour, we have a red dot. We've been losing momentum. We're bouncing off the 21 on the 2 hour. We haven't even gotten there on all the other larger time frames. Yeah, well, I'm going to say I'm bearish on it for at the very second in time. Pump.fun, dude, we called the bottom on this one too. I was like, oh, I think that was the bottom. And it's been coming up ever since. I think the bottom, the day I said that was the bottom, was like when that guy came out in that interview and was like, we're not doing any airdrops. And everybody was like, yeah, I'm selling off. And I was like, oh, that's the time to buy. That's maximum fear.
I'm more interested in bonk fun than pump fun at this point. I think that's going to run better at this point. I mean, pump fun is basically just like saying, yes, I'd like to take my money and I'd like to walk into a slaughterhouse with it. It's
Yeah, right.
It's too rough, man. It's way too rough.
What's up, Calvin? What's crack-a-lackin', brother? Sup, chat? BTC dominance up a bit, but the trend is no bueno. Altcoin season gaining traction again. Dude, I think so, man. We literally just looked at the dominance. I think dominance is coming down. What did we pull? We pull open doors. Oh, this is the 5 hour. I don't even like using the 5 hour. Open doors to the downside on the 4 hour. The 12 hour is still losing control. Dominance still losing control. Daily still a tight trigger wave. Like, I think it's just, you know how it is, time, man. It feels weird. Like when we're in the moment, we can't get enough of it. And then as soon as like that moment ends, we're like, I can't wait for it to come back. And I think it's just chilling out. And Ethereum is looking super beautiful too. I had to drink some coffee today, Calvin. I had to watch all the cousins, all the energy. Trying to get me off my game, off the groove, man. XRP just shy of $3. We're at $2.98. I can't really tell what the momentum's doing. Technically, we're bullish, but I think it's rolling over on itself, which is not the greatest sign. Well, maybe not. 6 hours still have a trigger wave to the upside. 12 hour is looking good. Okay, I'll take it back. It's looking good right now as long as we can confirm our green dot for our XRP. It's actually in a pretty good spot. The daily has a green dot too. 2-day doesn't have it yet. The weekly, it wants to turn red. It really wants to turn red, but it hasn't done it yet. Hedera. You hold any Hedera, Muffington?
Not anymore. I think I got in at like 4 and got out at like 16 or something like that.
Well, that's pretty good gains.
Yeah, and then I threw it into some micro caps and lost it all.
That's how it happens. It's the circle of life, isn't it? Sarah bought a scam token today, and she didn't realize it. And then she was like looking at her wallet, and she goes, "Why? How much money do I have?" She's like, "Why is my money missing?" She's like, "I didn't sell it." She's like, "What happened to it?" And then she realized that, you know, when you buy like one of those scam tokens, they get randomly airdropped to your wallet. So somebody took it, and this part I don't quite haven't figured out yet. They somehow spent $3 of her Ethereum out of like the couple bucks she had in there for gas, and they burned the tokens instead of selling them. So the money that she bought got burned. Dude, we've been super bullish on Crow, man. I think Crow's been crushing it. 12 hour still looks like it's pumping up, which we really want to keep pumping because we don't want to fall below a higher high, because that would just not be great. 4 hour says we can keep going. There still is some strength. We actually just made a golden cross on the 4 hour, which is that's going for us. Technically, the DBSI is saying that the bears are actually gaining control, but we still have been pumping. So we got to do a little bit logic defining right now on the smaller time frames, so we can claim our larger time frame. Stick it in the bag, son. Big. 6 hours still shows open doors. 8 hours still has open doors. 12 hours looking good. Daily still looking good. 2-day also has a green dot. That's something unique. We don't see 1 day roll into the 2-day and form a green dot. Like, I think Crow's looking really good, man. The 3-day has a red dot though, but I think that we could disappear because the 5 days also do the same thing. The weekly set's not done yet. I hope we don't have an extended cycle. Do you really think that we will?
Well, let's define terms. Extended cycle going out past the typical 4-year window.
Yeah. Well, I think with Trump, there's like, I would say if Trump wasn't in there, I would say no. But all the moving parts he's doing with the tariffs and bringing the jobs back and making all this money, like I'm almost inclined to be like, if there was a time when all the stars aligned and something weird happened, this would be the year that I would expect it.
Well, let me ask you a question, right? So let's get on the same page. What's the number one thing that ends up pumping the market?
News.
Close. It's adjacent. But what's driving it?
What do you mean?
Pain. Pain is what makes them turn on the money printer. Pain's what makes them cut the interest rates. Pain's what motivates.
But we're not having any pain right now, and we should be cutting the interest rates.
I think once we get the truth of the jobs reports data and how bad the economy is, I think we're gonna see some big action.
So when do you think that data was gonna come out? In September, or do you think it's after Jerome Powell leaves, and we put somebody like Scott Bassett in to replace?
Well, you got to remember that jobs reports and things like that are lagging indicators, and then they have revisions, which are also lagging. But I mean, think of like
scam too.
Think of the average person you know. Inflation has crushed them. People, you know, who even make 6 figures plus live paycheck to paycheck, especially if they have a family. People can't keep up with their payments. Repossessions of cars are the highest they've ever been. People aren't going to be able to hold on to their mortgages anymore, especially people who bought at the height of 2022, 23. You know, there's a lot of funny financial games you can play to go ahead and hold on to your mortgage. But I think eventually you're going to see a lot more inventory on the markets, a lot more pain. And I think they're going to have to do stimulus. I think they're going to have to do rate cuts. I think they're going to have to do special programs. And I think that, along with everything being shifted back probably 6 months due to ETFs and other complexities, I think we're going to see the bull run really go up until Q2, late Q2, early Q3, 2026.
Well, isn't it funny, Muffet, how we were talking like a year ago? And we're like, yeah, we're gonna sell him and walk away, and that was 6 months ago.
That's what you said. You said
like latest. You were like January. You're like, I'm gonna get out of January. I was like, oh no, dude, I think it's gonna be May. Here we are. We're still waiting. And we're like, man, they got me, man. I saw the whole pump up in May, and I was like, oh yeah, we're in all season. Let's freaking go. And I was like, got practically rugged.
It's a little hard to say what happened. I mean, in regards to the totality of the market, because we're not going to know certain things until the end, you know. But that Trump meme coin really, really screwed everything up.
I don't know if it was his meme coin that did, though. I mean, it did suck a lot of liquidity out, but I feel like the market was just due for a correction, and that's just what happened to be it. Like, it could have been anything at that point.
I don't know. It was rough. That I have still not recovered from that to this day.
I still haven't recovered from that from this day. And I put in a lot more money too back into the market.
Me too.
Isn't it interesting seeing Litecoin pump?
Yeah, but I think that's because it's supposed to, you know, get.
Does Litecoin have a halving too?
I think it's synced up to how Bitcoin's works.
Yeah, but so is Dogecoin, but Dogecoin doesn't have a halving. Right? Oh no. Because
No.
Dogecoin, Litecoin are all built on top of the Bitcoin network.
think the Doge fundamentals are quite a bit different.
Well, yeah, because the 10,000 coins are printed like every 10 minutes, every block. But it's still on top. It still uses like the Bitcoin concept, doesn't it? Oh no.
I don't even remember at this point, man.
Because
It's been so long.
I thought there was like a ban on coins that were similar to Bitcoin that you couldn't make them anymore. Dogecoin was like one of the last ones. Swing on over to the bubbles. It was interesting. I was looking at the liquidation charts actually, and it's not a lot of longs, shorts to be squeezed. Most of them now are the longs, and that's down in 113 market cap. Well, not market cap, but price. Like a lot of the shorts, and they just don't exist. You think before we go up, they want to scoop up those longs, smack them, teach them a lesson. Long in the market's always a dangerous thing.
I don't know, man. I've stayed away from shorting and longing stuff or using leverage just because I think people who have I just figured I was gonna get wrecked. I'm like, I'm simple. I'm buy and hold, man. That's all I'm doing.
That's like me. I'm a simple kind of man. We can wait for total to roll over. Ethereum still pumping to the upside. We have a green down Arbitrum. Bull looks like it's still pumping. I was actually surprised that people buy Bull still, but it looks like it's doing good.
I mean, it's dropped what 85% from the last cycle high.
Well, way more than that, I think.
Well, look it up. I mean, it's dropped so low, it might actually be a good buy, dude.
I mean, what was it all time high?
I don't remember.
All time low. Its all time high was. Well, I can't see. I gotta hide this. Hide it, dang it. Hide. That still didn't help me. Unhide it then. Oh, that was weird. Like, at all the candles too. It says. Well, that's not right. Oh. It's kind of tricky to track it because they rebranded, so all that data is hidden. You have to pull up Matic that data. I think its all-time high was like $3-something.
And what's the price right now?
22 cents. Yeah, you can't. It won't show you the the data on it. Unless I pull up on CoinMarketCap, I still don't think I'll run into the data issue. Yeah, 1023. Yeah, you can't find the data as easy. I mean, I could find it in a minute or two. Let me see. I'll Google it. What was the ATH of Matic before the rebrand? Yeah, $3. Oh, Google says $3, so it's down freaking 90% currently.
It could be a good buy, man. But as far as layer 2s and stuff this year, I think it's base.
Base? I don't know. I haven't seen an attraction to base for me.
I think Ethereum's going to run. I think, with base being native to Coinbase, and that's going to be the number one way that retail comes into it. I think a lot of people are going to get, put into that funnel, and I think there's a lot of opportunity there.
You can say that about crypto.com too, though.
Yeah, except I'm not, because it's not the number one way people go in.
I think it will be, though.
All right, let's make a bet.
You want to make a bet that when crypto.com IPOs, they can ramp up and catch up to.
No, I'll make the bet. Who's the number one use case for onboarding users in the U.S.? Is it going to be crypto.com or is it going to be Coinbase?
In what time frame?
This cycle.
This cycle? Well, that's not really
cycle.
fair, is it?
Well, that's what you said.
No, I said I think that crypto.com could become the number one, and Coinbase is the number one right now, but it's also been out a lot longer than crypto.com.
Okay, so is it going to be number one or is it not going to be number one this cycle?
I don't think it's gonna be number one this cycle, but maybe next cycle.
Well, no, I'm making bets this cycle, man.
Okay, that's fine. You can make a bet.
All right, you want to make a bet?
No, not with me. I already told you. I think it's gonna be next cycle. Because Coinbase has a head start. That's like saying, well, XRP could catch up to Ethereum. Yeah, it can. It just takes another cycle because it was suppressed for so long. Like Ethereum had a head start. If true inflated May job reports aren't good for inflation, time will tell. If true inflated May job reports aren't good for inflation, then time will tell. Don't we have an FOMC meeting tomorrow or something?
I don't know.
CPI data number coming out.
I do not know offhand.
You know, I think Crypto.com will pass Coinbase, and my thesis on it, I like Crypto.com better, and I think that the ETF baskets are a way better way for people to get in than what Coinbase has to offer just currently. Now, Coinbase can evolve and then come out their own. I think they have an S&P like 50, top 50 coins, which is cool. That's fine. But I like just to get the ISO baskets or the meme baskets or the RWA or DPIN baskets. I think those are way more power than just a top 50. Top 50 is half of those are memes. Or like all the American ones. Oh, Bro's outperformed Cardano this month. And Hex. Wow, yeah, outperformed Hex. Hex probably was higher though at one point because Hex has been pumping.
I've had people come into Telegram screaming about hacks, screaming about Pulse Chain. And it's like, you don't understand. The dude's a genius. The dude's a genius. F you guys are all wrong. You don't understand. This is your one warning. And then like pops out. Like, yeah, it happens.
Calvin said also, don't forget about Robinhood. Another thing too that Crypto.com is offering that Coinbase doesn't is stocks. You could buy stocks on Crypto.com. And also, the more Crow you hold, the less the fees are. And then not just that, but Crypto.com is going to become a bank. So you can bank with them. And you could also they have a debit card, but they're also getting the credit card too. And you can double stack your rewards and you'll get a higher yield on your returns. Something that you don't see very often with Coinbase. I think also Crow has an advantage too because they also have a token. I think that'd be huge. You know what's interesting is AVAX is up 25% for the month. It's twice the amount as Solana. What do you think about that? AVAX was $17 at the beginning of July, and now it hit up to almost 27 by the end of July.
I recently did some buys, and AVAX was one of them, and Solana was not.
It's interesting to see the Litecoin outperforming AVAX, though.
I
had a really hot month too. What is Tezos? What's Tezos? Is that an old project back in like 2017?
Yeah.
And they're still relevant. Like, what are they building?
I don't know. Back to AVAX, though. I think AVAX is going to be one of the biggest runners for top 25s.
What's its all-time high? Like $150?
No, it's more than that.
I don't think so.
I think it was like 175.
Let me look. AVAX.
Avalanche. I think it could go to 200 to 500 this cycle.
Oh, that's moon math right there. No way. Its all-time high is $147. I'll put it at 220 top. I don't think it'll do higher than that. Though, if you think about if Bitcoin can 3x its market cap, so if Bitcoin can hit 180, I guess there's no reason why AVAX can't 3x its market cap too. So yeah, 150. That'd be 450 minimum.
If AVAX is included and bundled ETFs, and we get a good cycle run, I don't see why it couldn't go to $500. I don't think that's not what I'm calling. I'm calling 200 plus easy, but 500 it could happen.
Yeah,
I don't think that's moon math.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you're right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. That's another really interesting. So how Crow they're doing a re-mint every month. I think it's like the 13th, I think it is. And they re-minting like 1.3% of supply for the next like 30 months. What people don't realize, it sucks because they're re-minting what they burned the last cycle. But it's going into a strategic reserve, which not a lot of people think that. Like most people think they're just going to dump it over the open market. But what it does for them too is because he didn't come out with this plan until after he met with Trump, and when they re-mint every month, it's adding those coins back into circulation, was also increasing Crow's market cap. It chunks 1% every month. But what it's doing too with that, it's staying like what's up 10 spots right now. It's in top 27. But if it stays relevant, like how it is staying in the top 50, it's going to get all these ETFs that are going to come and buy it and suck the liquidity into it. So it's like almost a self-fulfilling prophecy in a weird way of it stocking up on its Crow tokens. I will be interested in seeing how that affects the price next market. But currently, this market, I think it will be helpful to it.
Have you adjusted your expectations for the market after how bad it's been?
No, I just kind of been going off of whatever I see on the charts. Whatever I'm charting, man. That's just kind of how I roll. Just kind of how I roll. There's a lot of interesting plays too this cycle that we didn't have last cycle. You know how every cycle we get new coins? I feel like there's a lot of new coins. Wow, banks dismissed Ripple today. Haha. We are not interested. LOL. I didn't hear anything about that. No, it's all buy the rumor, sell the news. You can't listen to them, Pepe. It's all what their actions tell you. Watch their actions, bro. You think banks want to buy expensive Ripple? They ain't gonna tell you that. They're gonna be buying the back door. And you got your word, Pepe. You got Crow passing you the market cap. You over here crapping on Ripple. You got my other bag passing you too. Ugh. Pepe, what do you think about Troll? Did you see it? I was just showing. We were talking about it before it pumped. Might I add? Even Muffet will vouch for it. Look at that, Pepe. 1,000% for the month. 1.2 cents to peak at 20. Look at it's up 599 places in rank. Dude, I'm telling you, dude, I think this is going to be a big winner. Hello, Brother Crow's down 99% this cycle. It is not. It peaked at $1, okay? Don't exaggerate with me. I'm paying attention. You're up 30x on Pepe this cycle. Hey, it's okay, man. It's okay. I'm glad you're up 30x on your Pepe. What is Pepe at right now? Let's go take a look. I want to take a look at Pepe. If you want to be a real believer in Pepe, you should put it into Punky or Pepe Coin or Pepe Fork. How can you be up a 30x, Pepe, without using leverage? Maybe if you bought it last cycle. I was gonna try to find Pepe Protocol, but I got distracted by Zebek. Oh man, let's go, John. Man, that Zebek Protocol has been hot. Buy near the market, bear. Well, yeah, I mean that's the ticket right there. But even still, I don't think Pepe's up at 30x from there. And I'm willing to wager on that.
I had $20,000 worth of Pepe when it was under 200 million market cap, and I sold it. That's
depressing. Yeah. I bought $1,000 when it was at 20 million.
Yep. Yep.
And I sold it and got rugged. Sold it, put in something else and got rugged. Go freaking figure. I can't tell that's 5 decimal places or 4 decimal places. The zeros start blending in. 0. I can't tell. Don't move, mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a struggle with Pepe. I have to literally look at it to see how many zeros it has. Okay, that's 3, 4, 5, and we're at 2, 3, 4, 4, 1. Well, you're up really a good amount, Pepe. I don't know if you're up a 30x, but you're up really good. Maybe a 30x if it was at the peak. Peak at 16. Peak at 16. What's Ponke at? Not good. Not good. That's the only other Pepe one I had. Altcoin's down so much. Sheesh. Popcat's down a lot too. Popcat's just doing bad as Ponke. Pepe's up way more than them. Peanut's down brutal. Peanut brittle has been slapped in the side of its head. Even Whiff's been down terrible. I've never been a fan of Whiff though. Never, ever. Now I could have missed out on some gains by not being on that. Where's Bonk? Ugh. I am a fan of Bonk. I said Bonk was going to be the one. Cornucopius. Dude, one of the things that I am most worried about is that gaming tokens. I think gaming's been struggling so hard.
I'm concerned about Beam.
Dude, I'm concerned about Beam too, but I think it'll be okay.
It might be a good buy at the price it's at right now. But
it was so hot during the last run in May. That's all I heard was Beam.
It's because of all the KOLs.
Yeah,
they were all pushing it.
They pushed it hard. It does have a green dot on the daily. Anchor trigger wave. It doesn't have bullish divergence versions, but we do have an anchor trigger wave on the daily on Beam, and it looks like it chunked, so I think it confirmed. Does that show for the rest of the gaming tokens?
What about IMX and stuff like that?
Where's IMX Super? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it also has a couple green dots saying that's ready to roll over. Not as strong as Beam though. Beam has a stronger one. Beam is stronger than AVAX currently. Toncoin. A little stronger than Super. Sand's also starting to roll over too a little bit. Gala's a little bit of rolling over. Mana, a lot of the OG things, dude. Engine. I haven't thought about Engine forever. I have an engine NFT for Shiba. They were giving them away, and I was like, dude, I should get this. Why not? I'm sure they gave away like millions of them. Graph actually has a green dot also in the daily. That's what I was going to look at actually before we start getting distracted. I wanted to check out any like things that we had like on the 12 hour that had a trigger wave so we could kind of watch them tomorrow. Arbitrum's supposed to pump tomorrow. I want to find a good Inca trigger wave. Crow says it's still in the process of pumping. Like a good Inca trigger wave. Everything else has been showing. Tron's been moving. Jasmine's actually a good buying price right now. Jasmine coin. I wish I had like a fat stable income where every day I could DCA. Bitcoin Cash has been pumping too, which is funny. I don't own any Bitcoin Cash. Probably won't buy it either. The IMX. What game are you playing anyways?
Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. It is a very old game.
Well, this is the best. Aptos looks pretty good too. My favorite game's like 18 years old now. My wife bought me tickets to go to the Halo conference in Seattle. I was like, oh, this is so cool. But I'm like, but it's Seattle.
Yeah, say no more.
Say no more.
Say no more.
Say no more. Pulse man's been pumping. Heck, the Hex community has been shooting up like crazy.
Is it a good project or are they just loud?
Dude, I have no idea. You know, that's my honest opinion. I had a few questions about Richard Hart. Maybe I should keep this private. I don't know.
Yeah,
With,
I don't know, man. Tread carefully.
Tread carefully. Yeah, maybe I will tread carefully. I'll tell you some other time.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know what I don't know. Okay, I'll just say that. And it probably is a really good project, dude. Snick's been pumping. Snick doesn't have a green dot, but it's been ripping. It's actually at a local resistance. If it breaks through, though, we'll probably could pump to a new all-time high.
Let's talk theory for a second. Say you had a project and you thought it was really good. You said, hey, man, this is good technology. You know, something from last year, and it drops like everything else. It's down from, you know, near $4 down to 25 cents, 30 cents, something like that. You know, went from a 3 to 400 million market cap down to 30 to 40 million market cap. You don't see bias coming in. You're pretty sure it's at the floor, but you're not sure if it's going to run. It's an L1 project. Man,
what project
how do
are
you
you talking about?
It could be any project, but like,
I know, but you sound very specific.
Yeah, I am. I don't want to say because I don't want to get made fun of today. But I mean, like, how do you handle that when you go, hey, I think this is the floor, you know? And it's like, if it doesn't run, then that sucks. You're out, whatever you're out, maybe for this cycle.
Well, what's your goal?
But if
you want to invest in the company, you're trying to make money.
My point is, if you think a project could run and it's at the floor, and you say, I don't think it's going any lower this cycle, and you've already lost a bunch on it, at a certain point, do you go, I'm going to double down, or do you go, you know what, dude, I got to cut my losses that hasn't moved? How do you handle that?
Are you talking if you're already in, or are you talking about?
Say you're already in and you're
bottom
down
right now. If you're already in and it's bottom, I wouldn't sell. That's how I handle that.
But would you double down?
Absolutely not, unless you really had conviction. Like for example, I own a lot of Beam. I bought Beam at a crazy high. What's the market cap of Beam right now? I think I bought it almost like a 1.5 billion market cap or a 2 billion market cap, and it's down to 360 million. I'm down 90% of my money. Now, should I double down, buy more? Yeah, maybe. Do I believe in it in the long term? No, I believe in a bunch of other stuff more than I believe in Beam. Now, I might be able to make more money by buying Beam, but do I believe in it? The thing that I had with XRP is I had conviction in it, and I lost my conviction, and that was one of my greatest mistakes. So I think that it's very important for when you buy something that you should buy something that you have conviction in. And if you do, it is what it is. When I first bought XRP and I had my conviction, I bought it at 30 cents. And I said, I'm either going to make a bunch of money or I'm going to lose it all and I have to start all over again. Like, I had conviction. And yeah, I did sell it, losing my conviction a little bit of the way, but I didn't sell all of it. And I made a buttload of money before selling it too. So I think that's really what it comes down to, is your conviction in a project. That's so funny that Mantra's outperforming Beam for the month. I think that's really what it comes down to. It's like Quant. I think Quant's a fantastic tech. Would I buy it? Do I own any of it? I'd rather buy Stellar Lumens. Do I like Stellar Lumens? No. But am I going to make better gains in Stellar Lumens than Quant? I think so, yeah. I think it's just a little bit of like risk versus reward too, you know. I think that's what it really comes down to, is conviction. Like Chainlink, I think Chainlink, this is a great example. It's a brilliant project. It has its fingers in every single person's pie, and I don't think they can get it out. What do you think the price will be of Chainlink at the end of the cycle?
$15.
Yeah, but you believe its tech is awesome, right?
Sure, whatever. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
You think it's not going anywhere, right? It's in everything. Everything runs on Chainlink. What's up, Chara? It is the Oracle. So it's like, do you want to buy the tech, or do you want to buy the price number go up more?
I don't know. I'd say mitigate risk and buy some, but know that there's a 85% chance it's going to be $15 a year from now.
So what if, say, I owned 100 coins of Chainlink right now? So it's like 100 coins is about 16K, I think, or not. How much is 100 coins of Chainlink? Is that $1,600? Maybe I think it's $1,600 for $2,000. What should I do with it? Should I leave it in there, or should I sell it?
Leave it in.
Leave it in. You don't want to double down? I mean,
on Chainlink? On Chainlink?
Yeah,
no.
Why not? It's only up. It's like bear market from a year ago was $9.50. So it's not even up at 2x. It's all-time high, isn't it? Like $100. $150. You hear of an IPO called Bullish, I think deals with crypto. I have not heard that, Chara, but it sounds very sus. No, I guess its all-time high of Chainlink was $53. $53.
It's practically a stable coin.
So you don't think it'll hit like $150?
It totally could. I think there's also a good chance it ends up at $15.
I don't know. You know what Adam has? Adam needs to find some sort of way to burn their tokens because their staking rewards are too high. Chara, did you see the Discord today that we freaking crushed it on our calls? Called the pump before it pumps. Where am I at? Share screen. offer here, guys. If you haven't already, because we have tons of people watching right now, I'm inclined to share this with you. New users only. You could get up to $1,000 deposit bonus with our link. If you want to learn a trade, deposit $100, you get a $60 bonus, which is like 60% of your money. Hey, why not? That's a good free sample. And if you are what's the term? Not novice, but like the middle guy between skilled. If you're advanced, intermediate. Thank you. You could deposit $500, $1,000, and get $100 or $200 bonus. Hey, why not, guys? Take advantage if it's there. And if you're really skilled, like ultra smart, slick guy, slick back hair, you sit at your computer all day, the nose bleeds, definitely take advantage of the $500 or $5,000 deposit, and you get geez Louise, you get $1,000 deposit bonus. No VPN, no KYC. You get that money instantly. Guys, we've checked out different exchanges like BitTrue, we checked out Blowfin, we checked out, I don't know if I checked out Bybit yet, but
it's the
easiest.
It's the best offer I've seen. You guys have the best offer I've seen out there.
It is. And not just that, but we get a 20% bonus to our people who use our link in trading fees savings. Check it out, man. Why not? Play around with it, see if it's trading something that you want to do. If it's a $100 bonus, have some fun. You know, it's better than going to the casino and spend it all on slots. At least this way you get an education out of it and you kind of learn something. So, hey, why not, guys? Why not, guys? Check it out. Check it out. Oh. You know what's the best coin in the market? Cake. You think Cake can go to an all-time high?
Maybe.
You know what Cake's all-time high is?
I just remember it was like stupid high.
Oh my gosh. Cake's all-time high was 15. Well, I feel like it was higher than that. It says $15. I feel like it was higher than that though. $15. Oh my goodness. That $2.66. It's in a bilateral triangle right now on the monthly. I've been doing this health stuff, Mr. Muffhead.
Yeah, like what?
And I ate a whole clove of raw garlic today with a teaspoon of cayenne pepper with a bunch of vitamin powders mixed in.
That is an interesting delivery system. I'm not sure I would advocate for that personally.
It's really, really good for you, though.
What are you trying to achieve out of this?
Good health.
Yeah, more specifically.
And weight loss. If you eat cayenne pepper, it burns off body fat, not financial advice.
Yeah, that's like statistically insignificant compared to, say, like a weight loss drug or something. Like 1%. It's within the margin of error. I mean,
those weight loss drugs are absolutely terrible for you.
You would lose more weight by going to bed earlier.
I sure.
You would lose more weight if you slept 20% more. You would definitely lose more weight than almost any vitamin supplement. You know, capsaicin, garlic, mushroom, coffee, enema, whatever it is nonsense you're talking over there. Just by sleeping more.
Hey, you know, garlic is really good for your heart.
I'm sure it's good for lots of different things. If you're talking about weight loss, though, sleep is the number one thing you can control that would help you lose more weight, man.
I can't control that. I have to get up at 4 in the morning.
You could go to bed earlier.
12 or 8:13. Keep an eye on it, or can you look it up if you don't know if it's a crypto or not. Chara, you should do Chara. Set this up in the Discord so we can have multiple eyes scour over it and we'll all post about it, talk about it, grow with it. Mr. Muffet over here is really interested in this coin.
Which coin? What are we talking about?
The IPO called Bullish.
Never thought of it.
Never thought of it either. I know, me neither. There's two. There's one on Pump, and there's one on something else. Nope, they're both on Pump. There's three on Pump. You have to be more specific, Chara. I got three of them over here. There's this one. There's Bullish. There's Bullish. That's the one we just looked at. And there's another Bullish. Like I need a little more substance. Like this one came out a year ago. This one came out 8 months ago. This one came out 2 months ago. And I'm pretty sure all three of these are scams. Chara, Discord is anytime, anywhere, 24/7. Instant. You get instant access to everybody in there. There is no set time or place. You can just go in there and chat it up, man. It's a stock. Hey, what's up, JJ? What's crack-a-lacking, dude? I had my cousins over today, so it was 5 kids running around my little tiny house, and it was a lot. It's a stock. It's not a coin, LOL. Well, thanks, JJ. I figured it. Thanks for filling me in. So it is not a coin. JJ, tell us more about this coin. I invite you on the show to come join us, but I know that you're probably in bed trying to lose body fat by trying to go to sleep. But I need to know the answers to Chara's question. JJ, you should I should invite you into our Discord. So we got the the round table that we've been working on. I actually reached out to Trent to talk about some more people that we're going to try to get in there. But I am interested. It's a crypto exchange backed by Peter Thiel. Is it Thiel or Thiel? Theller. Chara, see? That's right. That's why we got you, Chara. I'm gonna invite you in there too, JJ, when I'm done. It's crypto exchange. I actually don't know too much about it. I'll have to look more. Cheers. Look at it more tomorrow. It's gonna be a weird Muffington because I was supposed to go to Rare Evo and I just couldn't make it work, the work schedule and stuff like that. So Trent's gonna go and represent. He's representing the Brew Crew at Rare Evo. But because of that, I will be running solo Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I keep watching you zoom in and out on your little town, and I'm watching little warriors come destroy you. And they're going to take over your civilization.
Now the rush timer is about to turn off, and all these gray guys over here are about to start moving in.
It makes me think of Stargate. Oh, am I thinking? No. What's that game I'm thinking of? Star something, right? Frick. What is that game called? I don't remember, man. I don't remember. All right, guys. We're going to bounce. It's late. Late. It's kind of earlier. This is a shorter stream, but guys, I am freaking beat. I don't know if you could tell. And I had some nice, ginormous cold brew coffee before we got on because I was like, dude, if I have a beer, I ain't gonna be up. Oh, JJ says I grew up playing on Command and Conquer.
That's good.
He says good. Is he gonna win, JJ? Where is he at? Do you think he's gonna get wiped out? Who's he playing as?
Cybrin.
You weren't supposed to tell me that. He hasn't played in ages. Mayo. He just remembers it's bringing back memories. Thanks for the memories. Too bad you don't live closer, JJ. I would invite you to come with me to. I'm going to the Halo conference in October. It's gonna be sick AF. I don't know if he's playing CNC, just real time strategy. LOL. Is that CNC?
No.
ML? No. What game is this again?
Supreme Commander Fortune Alliance.
That game. What it really is Age of Empires, but he just didn't tell us that. It's just a different version. It's Age of Empires 39. Came out so many times. Apparently, Michigan is the worst place in the world to live. There are 0 crypto conferences near me. See, no, you say that, JJ. I think Washington is probably the worst place to live for crypto because we have capital gains tax, and then we have like a 30% state tax. So most of our money is gone after holding this freaking long ass time. We get double whammy. We get the state and federal taxes. I'd rather just not have. I'd rather just not have conferences around. Washington State, you can just drive to Vegas though. LMAO, that's like a 12-hour drive. It can't be that far for you to fly. It's probably like a 2-hour flight. It's a 30-hour drive from Vegas. From here, dude, you know, it's not that bad, bro. I drove from here to South Dakota 2 summers ago, and I left Friday at 3, and I got back at Sunday at 5. I'll die if I step foot on a plane. Well, you can drive. That's fine. I just drove to South Dakota. It was like a 30-hour drive. A long-ass drive. That is for sure. And I got pulled over 1 mile into the border of South Dakota. And it was an experience I've never had before. I got pulled over, and he wrote me a warning for going approximately 3 to 5 over is what it said on the warning. And he asked me, he's like, hey, are you willing to get out and sit in my car? And I was like, yes. So I go sit in his passenger seat. It's a freaking K9 unit. The dog's sniffing the hell out of me. I'm like, dude, I can't do drugs, man. I have a commercial driver's license. They would beam me over the head so bad. I've never had an experience like that. But I was like, man, those South Dakota cops are rough.
Why would you get in this car?
I don't know. I thought it was a South Dakota thing. I didn't want to. He's like, hey, you want to get out of the car and you want to come sit down with me where I write you a warning? Like, sure. I don't have anything to hide. It didn't really bother me.
Dude, the police are not there to help you. They're not your friends. You don't volunteer any. Dude, no.
I didn't have anything to hide.
No.
I'm like, sure, fine, whatever, you know. I'll die if I step foot on an airplane. I've done it several times. It's not my favorite thing, JJ. I used to work at Boeing, and we used to lose so many tools in the planes and the wires, and just gone, whoop, there it goes. You never see that tool again. You go report it to your boss, like, yeah, we lost the tool. Can you guys go find it? You go search the plane. Nope, we never found it. And just the plane's rattling around with extra sockets and sights. Dude, I found some crazy stuff. I don't know if I could actually talk about it, but I found some crazy stuff. Bullish IPO coming out soon. Here are the details. IPO day, August 13th. Stock. You know, you go and put that in there. Put that in the Discord, man. Just copy and paste it. Throw it right into the general chat. I don't know if I'll be able to buy any of it, but maybe other people can, just because I don't have any money. I am so far into all my coins, I can't do it. Georgia and back. I'm sure I can do 16 hours. I know for sure. I drove to Georgia and back twice myself earlier this year. That's a long drive. Where was in Georgia? Did you go visit the HIT network plant? Bullish IPO. I read that. Evaluation at $4.2 billion. This crypto exchange is backed by Peter Thiel and BlackRock. It's going to be one of those ones that come out and go up to the moon and then ride the wave. Then when it starts going down, tad sell the damn thing. Had a job out there. Dang, dude, that is crazy. I thought you worked from home. This is totally news for me that you drive around for a living. Is that why you have to drink so many snack energies, so you have to stay awake? I had a month off afterwards to LMAO. First time in 10 years I had more than 3 days off in a row. That's terrible. You don't get PTO. I love PTO. We don't. I need more of it in my life. had a month off afterwards to LMA. First time in 10 years I had more than 3 days off. I used to, when I worked at Boeing, I liked to get 2 weeks off for Christmas time. You get you get 4 days off for Thanksgiving, but then you get the week before Christmas, and then it goes all the way up to January 7th you get off. And I used to take 2 weeks of vacation back to back with that month. Oh, it was so awesome, dude. Taking 4 weeks off. It was like all of December. It was awesome. So the whole year was brutal. It was like not a day off for a whole year. Then you get a whole month off. Something special about that. JJ, let's try to get you on this week. Like I said, Trent's going to be in Rare Evo, and I would love to get you on, dude, to hang out. I don't know if you're free Saturday sometime or Friday, but I could do Friday. I have to be a little bit more picky, but Saturday, dude, it's like an open book. I can have you on anytime. We could get on here and trash. I'm trying to think of a coin. We could trash PiCoin or Filecoin. I don't want to say anything that would offend anybody instantly. I think I think I'm doing an 8 to 12 hour stream this week in LOL. Well, let me join you then. That's plenty of time to you to figure this out. I know you could do it. Why would you do an 8 or 12 hour stream this weekend? Well, if you're going to do an 8 to a 12 hour stream, then you should do like your 8, but instead you just do like an hour or two with me before you do your 8. Like you'd say, well, I normally start this time. Well, okay, you normally start that time with me, and then you can just roll straight over into your stream. I don't know, man. Dude, I'm going to pass out. I'll hit you up in the Discord, though, JJ, so I'll invite you. So you're in the round table, but I'll hit you up into our general chat, and I'll message you. See if we can figure it out anyways. We'll try. If not, then it's no problemo. I haven't done a 1K sub celebration stream yet. I've done a couple 12-hour streams before. LOL. It's always a fun time. Dude, that sounds pretty fun. I would love to do a 12-hour stream. I have to really dedicate a whole day to that. That'd be wild. You know, I could do that, though. Maybe I'll do that for our 500 sub stream. Though, I don't really want to bomb your 1K celebration stream. I mean, I would love to bomb your 1K celebration stream, and I'll do a whole 12-hour with you, and that'll be my first one. But I don't know if you want me to do that for a celebration. But we'll figure it out. All right, we're out. Brew Crew is out, guys. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. Check out JJ's Crypto Corner. He is an awesome YouTuber. We just happened to meet up. Give a big shout out to him. If you don't follow him already, Muffington, you should check out JJ's. He's a good guy, and we just want to grow his channel, push him, because he is awesome. He's blessed us, so we bless him back. That's just how we roll. All right, Blockchain Brew Crew, the most hydrated crypto community out there, and we will be back tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys for joining, and have a good night. Peace.